Only reason I buy Bitcoin is I don't trust my government. I don't trust the Federal Reserve Bank. I don't trust the Treasury. I don't trust basement Biden, and I don't trust the stock market. Now, if you trust all four of them, have a good life. I have gold, silver, Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is a bet against the government. I'll say this one more time. If you study Marx, a central bank is essential to communism. That's the Fed. It's the third central bank we've had. It came into existence in 1913. In 1913, the Fed was created, so was the tax department in 1913. Oh, coincidence. The average guy has no idea that happened. The other thing about Bitcoin is my basis is $7,000. Always remember your profit is made when you buy, not when you sell. So do I recommend people buy? I think Bitcoin's around 40,000 today as we talk. Would I recommend it at 40? No. But at 6, I would.
So you just wait for it to crash?
Of course. Buy low, sell high. But I never sell. I borrow out. You see, if I'm trying to think tax law, English common law, and Amsterdam was corporate law. So what happens is, let me give the same example. I buy Bitcoin or a property at $1 million, property, understand? It goes up to 10. I'll borrow it at 5. That fell $5 million. I still have the property. I haven't sold it. I have no taxable event because I didn't sell it. So that $5 million is tax-free because it's debt. You see, debt is the key. And guys, oh, I live debt-free. I mean, you're a stupid monkey. That's what it means. You've just been a puppet on a string taught by school teachers and financial planners and all these guys who know nothing about money. I use debt. Remember, 1913, the Federal Reserve Bank, the third Federal Reserve Bank was created of America. The tax department was created in 1913 also. You get the picture yet. And taxes come out of corporate law of Amsterdam because it was shipping, and English common law is English. I don't give financial advice because that gets me in more trouble. I just tell people what I do. I own gold mines that I took public. So, you have stocks. I said, yeah, they're my stocks, idiot. I own silver mines. I don't trust frickin' Chinese. I mean, because my gold mine in China, they took $1 billion gold mine. I was a billionaire for about a year. And the Chinese said, oh, thank you very much. But that's why I know about the Uyghurs and all that stuff, that they have the Belt and One Road project. My friends in Hong Kong, they think that COVID came about because they wanted to find a way to stop the Hong Kong riots.
Really?
I mean, those are all opinions, but I can't really prove all that stuff. I just would rather have the gold than the gold mine now. And I've owned silver mines in Argentina. I made fortunes off of that stuff. But my stock, I take companies public. I don't buy stocks. Now that takes education that you don't get in school. But my best thing, I say to young people, is this: you have the most powerful tool ever created for an entrepreneur. It's called an iPhone, or the Korean version of it. You have the most powerful tool, but it can also be used against you if you're not educated. See, if you believe all that stuff on your phone, I think one of the biggest things that goes against a school teacher is YouTube. I find the best teachers on YouTube. They're not, they teach because they want to teach, but some of them are crooks too. Well, you got to know the difference. And so I think YouTube is fantastic, and I'm on YouTube constantly. So you saw me take off my headsets and all this. I go to sleep with YouTube on, but I choose my teachers wisely.
So who are some good teachers people can watch?
I listen to guys who hate each other. This may sound strange, but Peter Schiff hates Bitcoin. He's a good friend of mine. He's a gold guy. Then I listen to Michael Saylor and all these other guys who are Bitcoin guys. And so I just listen to the 2 points of view, because in between there is something I can take away. Mm-hmm. But I don't listen to just one side. That's why I said when I was in 9/11 or 9/13, I was in Istanbul talking to Muslims. I said, I want to find out about your religion. Because I was told what I was told as a Marine. Mm-hmm. The Crusades and other infidels and all this crap that we're taught as Marines also. And I said, you guys are good people. They're good people. That's why when I talk about YouTube, I listen to both sides. There are hardcore communist school teachers on YouTube. It takes, I don't know what to say. I listen to these guys, I want to choke them. They're school teachers teaching communism. I mean, not Marxism, communism in our school. But the reason I said to young people, you're given the most powerful tool ever given to any generation. It's called that iPhone. Everybody want to call it now. But you have to be careful how you use it. Be careful who you listen to. And that's all there is. I mean, you can use it to get really rich, or you can use it to get really stupid. School teachers are not very smart people. They wouldn't be school teachers. They're good people, but they're not. They have to go by the teacher's manual. They're employees. They all belong to a Marxist organization called the NEA, National Education Association. And you know what Marx said, right? Workers of the world unite. Labor unions. The most powerful labor union in America today is the NEA. Forbes called them the National Extortion Association. That's why during this COVID thing, you couldn't send your kid to school. The unions control everything.
Wow.
I'm not against unions, I'm against ignorance. The lesson I learned really early on in life is my banker has never yet asked me for my report card. If I just borrowed another $316 million. Average guy can't even get a credit card. But to prove I could pay him back $316 million, I had to show my financials. They don't want to see my college degree. So I showed them, I said, okay, now I borrowed $316 million, tax-free. All that money's tax-free because it's debt. Look, please hear on this. Okay, so let's say I borrow $1 million. I buy a property, it goes up to $10 million. I got $9 million in equity sitting there. If I need a new car, I just borrow it out. I buy a new car with tax-free money called debt. I have a Ferrari, a Rolls Royce, Toyotas, all tax-free because it's debt. The reason we're in this world today is because people are so afraid of being triggered, having their feelings hurt. But that's postmodernist education, feelings and emotions. We don't dare question what our stupid school teachers tell us. They're not smart people. They're just people who are parrots. Polly wants a cracker, Polly wants a cracker. They parrot what they've been told to parrot. It takes courage to speak out and get torn down. Just like those 343 firemen who climbed the stairs. They climbed to their death. I had friends who flew to their death, knowing it. So, when Bitcoin went down to 3,000, I said, well, if it goes to zero, I said, no, it went to 6. And I started buying, it hit 7, I backed up the truck. At 9, I put it in. So they said, well, is Bitcoin going to crash? I said, I don't give a shit. Because your profit is made when you buy, and you make more money in a crash. And I use debt. So it's opposite of a 401k.